country has been gripped with green and gold fever as our Springboks got their 2024 international season off with the Castle incoming series against Ireland. It was the Durban test that would determine the outcome of the series. And while the team was preparing for it, some of our SA rugby legends who have played in legendary matches against Ireland in the past entertained guests at the Citadel Legends Long Lunch at Beachwood Country Club in Durban, with MC Stefan Terblanche at the helm. The sellout lunch included guests from around the country and a touring party from Ireland.
It is just fantastic to have you, and we always love competing against the Irish. Not only are you a fantastic sporting nation, a very proud rugby nation, and great competitors on the field, you're also a great bunch of guys of it, and we love touring with you guys. So welcome to our country. They've played 29 times. South Africa leading the charts, 19 wins, 9 wins for the Irish, and 1 draw in the history of the game. I think more significant is in the last time we played, we beat the Irish, but since 2016, the Boks have not won against the Irish. Just means that tomorrow's game, to put that in perspective, is going to be massive, and we'll talk about that. We will give a bit of the feedback on what happened last week in team selection and what's going to happen tomorrow afternoon, 5 o'clock kickoff at Hollywood Bets, Kings Park.
Huge effort from the Springbok 8. They are marching towards...
Listen, every time first versus second in the seeding is very important, but it's all about the crowd, the supporters, the fun that everybody is having, despite the way the results have gone so far, which obviously is a little upsetting to this point. But even tomorrow, you're going to see crowds interacting, having a lot of fun. The rivalry is absolute. That's the way you want it on the pitch. But off the pitch, there's great fun, there's great camaraderie between the Irish and the South Africans. Always has been.
Today again we saw, it's probably a 50-50 split in terms of the Irish supporters and South Africa supporters, and everybody's just having a fantastic time. Our position at Citadel and my part in that at the Citadel Philanthropy Foundation is that the SA Rugby Legends has done such fantastic work in the development of the game in South Africa, and for us as a business, as a wealth management business, it's doing the same with our philanthropy division in creating change in South Africa, providing opportunities and making this country of ours just a better one. So rugby and sport has done so much in creating social change in South Africa, and this is just another opportunity to do that and celebrate what has been achieved this year already.
Former Irish international CJ Stander.
They don't play in their own half at all. They kick the ball back. They force other teams to make errors. Then they start playing in the other side of the pitch. And then I need a beer. So I'm in trouble.
Yeah, especially looking at these few tests, why I think rugby is in a good space is you've got 2 very proud nations going against each other. You've got very big supporters also flying over. The good thing for me about rugby at the moment is all the teams are playing an expansive game. They're playing a game that people want to go watch at the stadiums. URC fully packed. We had the semi-finals here and everyone, the Loftus was sold out. We got last weekend's test sold out. And that's down to game plan and game management, because you want to give people something that they can, a cauldron where they can go to and actually watch a good few games and see some running rugby and some high scoring games.
There wasn't much in it. I think we did expect it to be a competitive afternoon. When you think about it, and again, the millimeters of that ball that James Lowe saved from a penalty kick, and again that call could have gone any way. It certainly might have gone a different way if we were in Dublin. But the thing that stands out in games like that, again with teams 1 and 2 playing, is moments of things that you can't coach, and that for me was probably the key difference. Not even Brian Abena chases penalty kicks. Okay, he chased a few, but I mean, Cheslin, that ball was going out all day long, and he just kept on going and put himself in a position. I mean, coach doesn't sit down and tells a wing to that. That wasn't, and I guess he did it in the World Cup with that charge down, but Chasing a penalty, I mean, flip, I know in the front row, but that's like literally, we're not even idling, we almost switch the engine off, just to recap. But this chases a penalty, and it results in a try that was the difference, 7 points.
Guys, when we started Rugby Legends, when Johnny and I started it in 2001, very shortly after we started, we had a function in Durban. He had this guy who was going to be our guest speaker. And it was quite a hefty bill. I mean, 2002, 2003, his bill was 40,000 Rand to talk at our function. Anyway, he got up and he spoke. He made the most amazing speech. He really was fantastic. And then I got up and I spoke afterwards. And then the speaker came back to the stage and he said, I never knew what South African rugby legends do for our community and what they do for rugby. I'd like to donate my 40,000 Rand back. And that speaker is our new Minister of Sport, Mr. Gayton McKenzie.
The central message is school sport. And that's what I'm gonna do. Everybody talks about empowerment, and everybody talks about this and what should happen at the top level. But nobody speaks about what should happen at the important level. And that's where we should start. I know the power of rugby. The whole motto of my being the Minister of Sport is going to be a child in sport is a child out of court. Nobody has done for this country what the Springbok national team has done. And people are just wanting to be politically correct. Let me tell you something. Nobody has ever brought this country together like the Springbok rugby team.
Penalty. They'll get another go.
My story as a minister, today being a minister being in the executive of South Africa, would not have been possible without you, Kevin. Man, I can't find the ways to explain to you how many people have this man changed. Things that you'd never see on a projector. Kevin, you're just one hell of a person. I'm still to meet anybody like you. You are just one hell of a champion.
He's very, very confident, but I think the Irish have a point to prove. I think they had a few injuries. They have managed to pick a team that's covered that up very, very well. And I think there could be a little bit of a shock in store.
The lunch was also the perfect opportunity to welcome a new partner to the SA Rugby Legends family, leading SA winery and distillery Simonsvlei.
On behalf of Simonsvlei, we're proud today to announce the partnership with SA Rugby Legends, that we've been officially the sole wine and brandy supplier at all the events, and the partnership is for the next 3 years. As everyone knows, Simonsvlei has been established since 1945, and we're looking forward to a fruitful partnership with the SA Rugby Legends going forward, and this is our first event.
Another great afternoon of fun and rugby stories, and another wonderful way to help contribute to the work the SA Rugby Legends Association does to grow the game across the country. Thanks again to Citadel for their support and to all the legends for giving of their time.